and grants to the foreign countries. Foreign travel. Okay, these are the basic sources of demand, or these are the basic transactions where you will require the foreign currency and they will create the demand for the foreign currency in a particular economy. Say you are talking from point of view of India. So if you want to import something from a foreign country, you will require the foreign currency. If you want to invest in a foreign country, again you require foreign currency. If you have to pay back your international loans, again you will need foreign currency, and for all these things you will require the foreign currency, or you can say these are the sources of demand for foreign currency. Similarly, we also have the sources of supply for the foreign currency. Means these are the transactions from where the foreign currency would come into the economy. First is export of goods and services. Second is foreign investment, means some other country investing in our country. Third is loans taken from foreign countries or international loans. Then gifts and grants received from foreign countries, and foreign tourists visiting your economy. Okay, so these are important sources of demand and supply of the foreign currency, and just remember that all these transactions will affect the foreign exchange rate. Like sometimes you might be thinking that why the US dollar is expensive and why the Indian currency is cheaper. So it is because most of the countries they demand for the US dollar, but because they need to import from the US economy, or maybe any other thing they have to do in the US economy, but they do not demand for the Indian currency. So simply, if we want to improve our exchange rate, what we have to do is we have to increase the demand of our goods and services in the international market. And these are the sources of supply of the foreign currency. Remember, the supply of the foreign currency is not in the hands of the domestic country. You cannot print the foreign currency. It will come only through the efforts to increase these transactions. Okay, now just again we'll have a look at the diagram which is operating for price mechanism. This is the demand for your foreign currency, supply of the foreign currencies. This is the exchange rate. Okay, now see, suppose the demand of the foreign currency rises in your economy. What will happen to exchange rate? Exchange rate will rise. And if the demand for the foreign currency falls in the domestic economy, the exchange rate will also fall. It is just similar, or you can say identical to the price mechanism which we have done in the market equilibrium. Remember, in microeconomics we have already done this type of diagram. Okay, so if the demand increases, the exchange rate also increases. Means if people from my economy are wanting to import more from a foreign country, then foreign exchange rate will increase. And if we are not importing from the foreign countries, we are reducing our import, then exchange rate will decrease. Okay, next thing that we have to study is the changes in the foreign exchange rate. See, here we will talk about the exchange rate fluctuation in terms of the domestic currency. First is appreciation of domestic currency. Second is depreciation of domestic currency. Appreciation means that the domestic currency is becoming stronger, and depreciation means that domestic currency is becoming weaker. Just see that appreciation of domestic currency will take place when exchange rate falls. Okay, do not get confused that the appreciation would mean rise in the exchange rate, because generally you say appreciation means increase in the value, but here fall in the exchange rate would lead to appreciation of domestic currency. Just take an example. Suppose $1 was priced at rupees 60 on a certain day. Next day, dollar is priced at rupees say 55. So this will be termed as appreciation of the domestic currency. Why? Because just understand that on this first day, 60 units of the Indian rupee were required to buy 1 unit of the US currency. But on the other day, only 55 units of Indian rupee are capable of buying 1 unit of the US dollar. So I can simply understand that Indian currency has become stronger or domestic currency has appreciated. So always remember this, when there will be fall in the exchange rate, it would lead to appreciation of the domestic currency. Like in the news and all, you must have heard that the price of dollar is increasing, so it is not good for the Indian economy. It simply shows that the value of Indian economy or the Indian currency is decreasing. Now depreciation of domestic currency, when there is rise in the exchange rate. Like we take the same example. Suppose $1 was 60 rupees on a certain day. Next day it is 65 rupees Indian rupee. Okay, so now on the first day 60 units of Indian currency were enough to buy $1, but on the other day 65 units of the Indian currency are required to buy 1 unit of the US currency. So it means the Indian rupee has become weaker. Important concepts. Then just one more important thing is that the changes in foreign exchange rate, appreciation and depreciation which we are studying them under the flexible exchange rate regime or flexible exchange rate system. But this is possible in the fixed exchange rate system also. In that case, appreciation is called as evaluation or revaluation, and depreciation is called as devaluation. Okay, remember this is in the fixed exchange rate system and this is also in the fixed exchange rate system. Okay, so a question can be asked from you to differentiate between evaluation and appreciation and devaluation and depreciation. So if you want to differentiate between these two, first would be the meaning that this is followed under the flexible exchange rate regime, this is followed under the fixed exchange rate regime. Another point would be here when the domestic value of the domestic currency is increasing due to the changes in demand and supply. Remember, this is in the flexible exchange rate system where the exchange rate changes due to the changes in demand and supply. And here the point would be it is done deliberately by the government. Okay, here the government is or the central bank of the economy will decrease the value of the foreign exchange or it will enhance the value of domestic currency. Similarly, between depreciation and devaluation. Depreciation followed under the flexible exchange rate regime and it is due to the changes in the forces of demand and supply. Devaluation followed under the fixed exchange rate regime and it is when the government deliberately reduces the value of its currency, right? This devaluation and evaluation was used by the governments in the fixed exchange rate system to manage their balance of payments, right? Like suppose the balance of payment is unfavorable, so in that case the country will devalue its currency so that more foreign exchange can flow into that particular economy. Important question of board exams: differentiation between appreciation and evaluation and depreciation and devaluation. Okay, next is we have to study that how these changes in the exchange rate affect the foreign trade of an economy. effects of changes in exchange rate on exports and imports or foreign trade. First we will talk about appreciation and appreciation of the domestic currency. It means rise in the exchange rate. Just see, $1 equal to 60 rupees and $1 equal to 50 rupees. This is appreciation of the domestic currency. First we will see its effect on imports. How does appreciation of the domestic currency affect the import of a economy? And remember, you have to see it from the point of the domestic economy. Means you have to reside only in one country. You cannot think from the point of view of both the countries. Take an example. Suppose I had to buy a watch which was priced at $10, right? Now on the first day, if I want to buy this watch, I have to pay 60 into 10, that is 600 Indian rupee, right? While on the second day, the price of the watch remains the same, that is $10, but I have to pay 50 into 10, that is 500 Indian rupee. So it shows me that if there is appreciation of the domestic currency, import will become cheaper, right? It is cheap, or it is you can say the price which you have to pay for the imports will reduce. Maybe the price of the commodity remains the same. So when imports become cheaper, the imports will rise. Okay, so if you are asked this question that how does the appreciation affect the imports, so